I know I'm gonna get roasted. I know it. But this is what happens when two really lazy adults have 4 kids and don't clean up after themselves because, yeah, it's a mess. 4 days, guys. I have not done dishes or picked things up for 4 days, and this is what my house looks like. It is not dirty. It is simply messy, okay? And so that's what I'm gonna do today.
I have to ask, is she right that this house isn't dirty, it's just messy? Do you like when people show how their homes look on social media when they're not all picture perfect, or does it give you severe anxiety? I saw that on TikTok and I just had to show you. We're starting today's episode with Apple as the freak of the week. Melinda Gates admits that Bill Gates' ties to Epstein played a part in their divorce. A story sent in by one of you on the Cuteservative Facebook group page is so crazy that I have to share it here. Also, make sure you watch this episode till the very end because I have a very important announcement for you. I'm AlexClark, and this is POPlitics. Benjamina, he's a tiny little squirt.
I said certified freak. 7 days a week.
Freak of the Week is starting us off today. Apple has puffed out their chest and proclaimed that they're taking a moral stand and stopping sales of their products in Russia due to the invasion of Ukraine. A company spokesperson for Apple said, "We have taken a number of actions in response to the invasion. We have paused all product sales in Russia. Last week, we stopped all our exports into our sales channel in the country. Apple Pay and other services have been limited. RT News and Sputnik News are no longer available for download from the App Store outside Russia, and we have disabled both traffic and live incidents in Apple Maps in Ukraine as a safety and precautionary measure for Ukrainian citizens."
That's not your job. Do you know what your job is?
Let me tell you what. I don't know what the right answer to this conflict is, but I do know that these types of measures from companies like Apple and even sanctions are wrong. Russian citizens who this is affecting are not responsible for the actions of their government. I'm not a fan of sanctions that starve and hurt poor people. They don't stop Putin from selling natural gas, and now these innocent people can't bank or get food or buy a phone. Apple pausing their services in Russia does nothing but hurt innocent people. Pouring vodka down the sink does nothing, period. If we want to affect Putin, we stop purchasing all natural gas from Russia completely. Apple can cry me a river with this performance pretending to care about human rights. Did they ever pause their services in China? No? Then they can suck my dick. Yesterday, Melinda Gates went on CBS This Morning with Gayle King and admitted that while multiple things played a part in her asking for a divorce from billionaire Bill Gates, his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein was certainly one of the big ones. She told Bill that she didn't like his meetings with the pedophile and human trafficker and made that very clear to him.
Is it true, sir, that you have what's been described as an egg-shaped penis?
Melinda told Gayle that she met Epstein one time because she wanted to see who this man was. She said, "I regretted it the second I walked in the door. He was abhorrent. He was evil personified. My heart breaks for these women."
Especially since Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. That's awesome, yeah.
I wonder if Melinda thinks Bill was procuring kids with Epstein and she just couldn't trust his claims that he was just friends with him.
Who? Him? Who? Him? Who? Him? Him? Who? Me?
I almost died when I saw this post in the Cuteservatives Facebook group from one of you. If you are new and you didn't know, there is a private Facebook group for fans of POPlitics in the Spillover where we all talk and connect. And once you join the main group, there is a document pinned at the very top with a master list of all the Cuteservative subgroups that you can join based on interest or geographical area.
And now, the nations of the world, brought to you by
Donald Trump.
United States,
Canada,
Mexico.
The post I saw said, "I was at the post office today and there was a girl in line in front of me. She had a mask on, but I am guessing her age was 18 to 20. I could see she was finishing filling out a form or application, and then she put it in a letter-sized manila envelope and just pushed the metal tabs, no licking it or using tape to secure. When she got to the counter, she told the postal worker that she wanted to mail it. He looked at it and was like, 'Well, you have to fill it out.' Her envelope was blank. Her response was, "It's my first time." He had to tell her and show her where to put the address for the place she wants to send it to and where the return address goes. She sounded American and she didn't sound or seem like she had any intellectual disabilities. She had just never mailed anything ever before.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from.
Gen Z Cuteservatives, have you ever mailed something? Have you never mailed something? I mean, would you even know how to? We're all waiting with bated breath to hear from you.
To my haters that thought I wouldn't do this, to my doubters who thought that this wouldn't happen, there will be some naysayers, but we did it.
Have you ever wanted to talk to someone from the FBI who profiled serial killers? What about some of the most famous cases in American history, like Michael Jackson, John Benet Ramsey, and the Clintons? Former FBI profiler and writer for Criminal Minds, Jim Clemente, is our spillover guest this week. The episode is out now on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Subscribe to The Spillover and leave that weekly 5-star review to support the show. You can watch the episode with Jim on the POPlitics YouTube as well. Heart this POPlitics episode. What did you think about that woman's house at the beginning of the show? Normal mess or super concerning? If you're Gen Z, do you know how to mail something? And if you've listened to The Spillover already, what did you think? Share this episode to your stories and hit the save button. We're back March 15th at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. This is very important. We are back on March 15th at 4 p.m. Eastern because we're taking a break, a little week off for spring break as a company. But do not worry, you will still get an episode of The Spillover next week, so you do have that to look forward to. It's pop culture without the propaganda every single day. I'm AlexClark, and this is POPlitics. Support POPlitics, the first ever conservative pop culture daily show, by subscribing to our channel, turning on notifications, and of course, hitting the thumbs up. Also, our main home is on Instagram. Seriously, just trust me, that's where the real magic happens. Follow us there at POPlitics.